In this video lesson, I want to show you two Charlie Parker blues licks you absolutely must know. Hi, I'm Donna from DonnaSchwartzMusic.com, the site to boost your performance and improvisation skills up to the next level. In my last video, I went over a really important concept that can really bring your blues improvisation and your blues playing up to the next level. I'll put a link in the show notes below for you to check that out. In this video, I want to expand upon that concept and show you two Charlie Parker licks that use that concept of the 1, the flat 3, and the 6. Now, if you don't know what I mean, stop this video and check out that previous video. I'm going to go a little bit fast past that concept. I picked these two licks from Charlie Parker's Now's the Time, number 1 and number 2. And both of these are in the key of concert F. And so when I'm saying the 1, the flat 3, and the 6, I'm talking about scale degrees in the key of concert F. Okay, so on a tenor, it's going to be key of G. All right, so the two licks that I play at the very beginning of this video, those are the licks I want to talk about. And they're going to be using these sounds. Now, for one of those licks, actually for both of them, they use one extra note there, but the main notes that are outlined are the 1, flat 3, and 6. And it's really important to get those pitches in your ear. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to guide you through a lesson that I normally would do with my online students in my courses or my elite coaching one-on-one students. Okay, so we've got this lick. Let's take this first one. I'll play it first. First step, hear it a lot. Hear it a lot. Now, if it goes too fast, and let's say you're on YouTube, there's a great little gear button right there, the settings button. You tap that, and you could change the playback speed. You could slow it down to like 75%. Again, I'm going to caution you on the older recordings, the slower you go, the more warped it sounds. It doesn't change the pitch, it just warps the sound. Okay, listen to that lick a lot. Ba-ba-ba, ba-da-doo-bop. You don't know if you have it until you could sing it. So let me say that again. You don't know you have it up here until you can sing it. So practice singing. And as many people have written in the last video under the comments, this is great ear training. Okay, and that's actually kind of the point here. All right, ba-ba-ba. All right, so what I want to do, I'm in my key of G or concert F. I want to play that resting tone, that reference note, the G, and I'll play it in both octaves, low and high. I want to get that in my ears, all right, because I'm going to use that as a reference pitch to find some of the other notes in the lick. Okay, so ba-ba-da-da-ba. Well, right off the bat, if I'm hearing that reference pitch, bum, what can you tell me about that pitch? Is that pitch in the lick? Ba-ba-da-bum. Let me know in the comments if you think the reference tone is in that first part of the lick. And if you said yes, you're right. It is, but where? Ba-ba-da-bum. Ba-ba-da-bum. And I'm breaking this lick down to two parts. Ba-ba-da-bum. If you said it starts the lick and it's the low note, ba-ba-da-ba, you're right. Oh, that's interesting. Pro tip, when you're figuring out licks, you want to try to figure out the first pitch of the lick. But sometimes there's a lot of stuff in the middle, and it's really hard to hear. So try to find notes that stand out. Well, what are notes that stand out? Notes that stand out are ones that are held out a little longer. Okay, so ba-ba-da-ba, that last part, right? Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-doo-bop. it's normally held out a little longer. Find it, figure it out, sing it. Okay, so hear it, sing it, then play it. That's my standard method. Okay, so we've got the top note, we've got the bottom note. Ba blia ba for that little chunk. Now the little middle stuff, okay. What else stands out? Ba ba da da bum, ba ba da da bum, ba. That stands out to me. Ba ba da bum, because it's not as fast as the other stuff. Okay, we got to find that. First, we have to be able to sing it. Ba ba da bum, ba. Next, ask yourself a question. Is that note higher than or lower than the reference pitch? Now let's pick the lower reference pitch. Bum, ba da bum, ba. It's higher than, right? Okay, kind of gave that away. How much? A lot, little, in between? If you said, well, not really a lot, but not very little, so almost in between. Okay, what you can do, two things. You can hunt and peck, and you'd hunt and peck based off of your singing, if you could sing the pitch. Or you can play the notes from the scale that it would apply to. Ba ba da da bum. So in this case, you could use your concert F blues scale and see if you could find it there. Another thing you could do is just play chromatically up, meaning know your chromatic scale. Really important. Okay, and don't know it by memorizing the fingerings. You're doing yourself a disservice. You're really not knowing it that way. Really learn your chromatic scale. So I'm going to recommend that you definitely hear it and you sing it, and then use your chromatic scale to find it. Okay, so I've got the low reference pitch of bum, right? Concert F. I'm going to chromatically go up until I find bum. By the way, what I just played, ba ba da. That pitch, by the way, was the flat 3. 1, flat 3, 1. That's an awesome lick. In fact, many people use that lick in their solos. Ba do ba. Definitely learn that in a lot of keys. All right, so we've got some gold notes here. Ba ba da da ba. Now the middle stuff. Ba 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 da ba ba. Ba ba da ba ba. I had to slow that down to kind of hear it, right? Ba ba da ba ba. Okay, well, this is going to be Captain Obvious here. The line, is the line straight? Does the line go up? Does it go down? All the above. It's obvious this part of the lick goes down. Ba ba da da ba. Okay, so let's see. Ba ba. Let's get that first pitch, right? We've got the 1 up here. Ba ba. Let's use the hunting and pecking. We're singing it, and we're going to go chromatically down to find it. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Ooh, what does that make up? Huh, let's see. Hold on. That note, 1, 6, flat 3, 1. This is the same lick. This is the same idea, the same concept I talked about in my last video. And here it is in a Charlie Parker lick. Ba, 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 da, ba. How cool is that, right? All right, there's one more note though. I've got to get it. So, ba, 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 ba. Okay, so ba, ba, ba. That third note, is it close to the 6 or far away? It's down, we know that. Okay, so why don't I just start from the reference note, ba, ba, and then I'll find it from there. that note, 1, 6, 5. Okay, so now here's the first part of that lick. Could you hear that? Okay. Now, if this is too advanced, what I would say to you is that's good information to know. Slow it down and get it to the point where you're able to hear this lick a lot and sing it back. Okay, and do the best you can for where you're at right now. Okay. Bop da bop da bop bop. So bop da bop da do bop. What's happening with the rest of this? Ba da bop da do bop. The shape is going up. Bop da bop da do bop. All right, what note's standing out? Ba da bop da da bop. It's that last note, right? Okay, so here's where again you want to get your resting tone, your reference pitch, play it on your horn or on a tuner, find it, and then compare that note with the last note. Ba, ba. Is it higher or lower? If you said higher, you're right. Okay, a lot, a little. Again, use the hunt and peck and the chromatic scale to find it. Ba, ba, ya, ba, ba, da, ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba. All right. So again, it ends on the flat 3. So this lick starts on the 1, ends on the flat 3. Okay, I got some stuff in the middle. Ba ba da ba. That's the 1. Ba 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 ba. Do you notice any pitches repeated? Ba ba da da ba 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 da da ba 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 ba. The 1 is repeated. Ba ba da da ba ba 1 ba flat 3. Ba ba da ba ba da ba ba. Okay. Huh. Ba 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 ba. Let me get that first cuz it's kind of sticking out right now, right? Ba ba bum. What does that kind of sound like? Patterns are things that either repeat or familiar. Ba ba bum. If you said it kind of sounds like a scale, but it's not a major scale, you're right. So now, let's see. Ba, ba, ba. We know it's 1. Who knows? Flat 3. Here's where you sing it, and you go chromatically up to find it. Ba, ba, ba. Okay. Now I'm just missing one note. Ba ba ya ba 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 ba. That's really low. Ba ba ba. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to find that reference pitch. Ba. I know it's lower. Ba. I want to go chromatically down until I find it. No. Oh. Ba. It's the low 6. Okay, so ba ba da ba 6 ba da ba flat 3 ba ba da ba ba da ba ba, and that's the lick. Now some of you are probably saying, "Oh, just get the Omnibook and read it." You're kind of doing yourself a disservice because if you want to make your improvisations more authentic, more real, you've got to internalize the licks. And if you just read them, I'm telling you from my own experience, it ain't going to happen. It's just not. Okay, so you want to try to learn as much as you can by ear. All right, that's lick number 1. Now here's the next one, and I'm not going to go through all of this because this one goes a little bit longer, but I just want to show you a pattern. Okay, let me play it first. Do you hear any similarities to the other lick? Kind of giving it away. I hope you said yes, right? Ba ba da da ba. Boom! It's the same as the other lick to start with. Ba ba da da ba. Here's where it changes. Ba ba da ba. I can't sing that low note. Ba ba da ba. All right. Ba ba dee da ba da ba da da ba ba. What about that part? Ba ba ba. What does that remind you of? This second lick ends the same way as the first. Same three notes, 1, 9, flat 3. You see the similarities here? Do you see the power of the 1, flat 3, and 6? Okay, and basically you don't have to just play those three notes. You could go off of them and play other things. But in these two Charlie Parker licks, ba-li-da-ba, ba-da-doo-bop, and ba-li-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-dop. Okay, ba-li-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-bop. I'm going to leave that middle section of this. Ba-ba-da-ba. I want you to figure that out by ear. That's your homework. And I want you to let me know in the comments below when you get that homework, if you got it, if you got those notes. Don't say the notes because I want people to do the work by ear, okay? And don't cheat. Don't look at the Omnibook. Again, in all seriousness, you know, if you want to play better, if you want to play more authentically, use your ears. And if you feel like you can't sing or you're tone deaf, less than 1% of the world's population is tone deaf. Okay, and there's been studies about that too. So that's not the case. You just don't have enough experience, you know, playing by ear or using your ears. All right, so two Charlie Parker licks, they're blues licks that you really should know. And they're not just using blues. I mean, people use this stuff all the time in their solos, especially in rock music too. All right, so I hope this video enlightened you, inspired you to get your horn out and practice and to figure these licks out and even figure them out in other keys. That would be really cool. And maybe even play these licks and then do lines off of it, okay? Or vary the rhythms, all right? That's what makes soloing so cool, improvisation so unique. If you like this video, give it a like. Tap that subscribe bell, all right, so you know when my next videos are coming out. And check out my website, donnaschwartzmusic.com, for more free stuff, and my YouTube channel for over 400 videos now of great information for you to boost your playing up to the next level. Thanks so much for joining me. On that note, take care. Have a great day.